I do not fear the dark side as you do. I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new empire.
Your new empire?
Don't make me kill you.
Anakin, my allegiance is to the Republic, to democracy!
If you're not with me, then you're my enemy.
Only a Sith deals in absolute.
Alright, we go again. We go again.
Regards to his response to the damning allegations involving Ava Chris Tyson's consumption of lewd content and inappropriate content around minors. In his response, he claimed that he only just knew about.
And before we get into this video, anybody is going to make comments on my lineup, you know, look, I'm 10% Puerto Rican, so I need you to just relax right now.
Chris's degenerate.
With that statistic in mind, everything he says is straight fact. That's got to be what that means. Otherwise, I'm 12% Irish. I don't know if that gets me free beer.
Generative behavior, but this couldn't be further from the truth.
Meaning, essentially, MrBeast lied in his response, saying that he just became aware of Chris's actions in the past few days, when in reality, he knew all along.
Just as of recently, 500,000.
What did he say originally? Over the last few years, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Chris Tyson's behavior online. I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. During that time, I've been focusing on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. That said, I've seen enough online taking immediate action to remove Chris from the company, my channel, and my association with MrBeast. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions.
I do find it funny how people continue to refer to this Chris dude as Ava, which, admittedly, you can change your name. You can change your name. Legally, you can change your name. And according to this new reality that Americans and the world is trying to create, that you can legally change your gender too. Now, in my opinion, if you're asking me, you can change your name. People change their name all the time, but God didn't give you your name. God did give you your gender. Gender is something that you just can't change. God gave that to you, and that's not something that you can change. But you know what? To each their own. So in this case, if the dude changed his name to Ava, good for him. I don't know why you change your name to a chick name when you're a dude, but that's totally up to you. That's your own prerogative.
But you are going to continue to call a male a female and a Chris a Ava. I guess in his defense, I'm pretty sure he did actually change his name to that, which is
exactly
wild, but yeah.
And in reality,
it's wild, but it is what it is.
Just as of recently, 500,000 Discord logs regarding MrBeast and Chris Tyson's old Discord server have officially been released to the public, and it shows that not only was MrBeast a high rank in this server, but also himself engaged in inappropriate discussions around minors along with Chris Tyson. And for any MrBeast defenders that want to try and drastically belittle the situation, let me just share some of the wondrous.
Why is this year the year that everything comes out? It's the year. 2024 is the year. It's the year that everyone's getting exposed. Everyone. Literally everyone. This is just like that. You just got to sit back and just eat your popcorn and enjoy the movie. This is a freaking movie. This is better than any Hollywood production that world could have ever scripted. This is crazy. This is a movie. This is what this is. It's a movie.
Conversations and media that this server contained, that MrBeast himself was associated with up until he decided to leave 3 years later in 2020. Now, Chris Tyson admits himself that he believes the average age of users who operated this server were about 14 years of age. More logs even show other users who admitted that they were underage too. Nathan, who is someone who was entrusted with a high rank in this server and were part of the staff team, even self-reports stating that he took nudes of himself when he was a minor, therefore admitting that he committed a crime. Yet right after these messages as well, talking about users in this server discussed sharing nudes with one another in private DMs. So whether you like it or not, you have
this
to
isn't
admit
looking
that this
good.
server was essentially facilitating the discourse of and the facilitation of this disgusting behavior. Also keep in mind that Chris Tyson had a NSFW channel which was part of this server that people with specific ranks could access. That meant that literally any minor.
I do find it funny though in one thing or the other. that the people act like this is like some new phenomena. People act like this is something new and this has been going on since the beginning of time. Exactly. Like, literally, this is like, this stuff has been going on longer than we know. Like, for example, this stuff has been going on for years, and now it's just coming to fruition. It's just being brought to the light of the world. Nothing can, like, dude, evil does not sleep, it waits, right? I quote Rings of Power, right? It's just like, it's crazy. Like, all this stuff, much worse things have been happening in the dark for the longest time, and now it's all getting revealed to the world. It's just disgusting. It's freaking nasty.
He had his staff could literally access and view this channel and see all the degenerate content that was posted in it. Chat logs also show how there was no verification needed.
I will say, this video is freaking weird. Like, I'm watching Nick watching this video. This is reaction inception. That's my new claim to fame. However, what am I watching in the background? Why is it that when we're watching like informative videos, there's always like some retarded animated video game or something being played in the background? What's people's play on that? Why do you do that? This is just freaking weird.
And Chris Tyson couldn't give less of a shit about it being accessed by minors in this server because, quote-unquote, he isn't the kid's parents and the internet is full of porn anyway, so who cares that they're viewing a little bit of lolly? Keep in mind, Chris Tyson sent nudes of himself in that channel, as well as openly posting feed pictures of himself in it, which is the—
Oh, we gotta add it to the list. We got to. Add another tally. I gotta add another tally. There's literally, there's nothing else to say. I mean, freaking, what? Some, you know, and people be like, add 2 tallies. I'm only gonna add 1 tally. You know, I mean, this isn't looking good for our boy Chris here. Nonetheless, we proceed.
Disgusting as well, considering how minors were viewing this. Even worse was that members in this server started discussing Chris Tyson's PP size.
So let me get this right. So, MrBeast and Chris are in this Discord, and there's chat logs of a lot of people in this Discord.
This isn't looking good, if I'm being honest with you.
14, and they're talking about sending pictures of body parts in dick size. Like amongst the group here, this is a group powwow.
And MrBeast, who was
this is a weird
adult
group
at the time, decided to join in this inappropriate discourse and started to vouch that Chris Tyson, the pedophile, had a big penis. And keep in mind,
all right.
MrBeast was—
I get it. I get it now. All right. We'll just add 1 more for good measure, because
was 19 years old at the time of stating this. He was a literal—
I mean, look, we've all typed some things out on the internet that we're not proud of, so I don't want to sit up here and act like I'm holier than thou. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. And I hate when people go back and try to find shit. However,
it's true.
I've said all kinds of dick jokes. Me, Timmy, and Clocky. I mean, we sheesh. But when you're typing it in a Discord and
we have all said things on the internet that we aren't proud of. I know I have. And if you try to delete it, you can't. It lives there. Someone can always screenshot it. Someone can always... You can't control when other people screenshot or save your stuff. You put your junk out there, it's out there forever. You're not getting rid of it. Nick is preaching to the choir right now.
you know there's a bunch of kids in there, I think that makes it a little bit stranger.
Gotta be careful.
That's just what I think.
You gotta be careful.
Adult, so I don't want to hear any of these excuses that he was a dumb teen, because at 19 you're legally culpable for your own actions, and he was fully aware of the consequences as well. And the conversation continues by people stating how they would put Chris Tyson's dick right after MrBeast stated this, and these people could have well been.
This is not looking
I
good.
just gotta read what's going on here, man. All right, I love your penis. Has a huge cock, can confirm. Not big enough. Needs to have spikes.
Puts Chris Tyson's dick public right after MrBeast stated this, and these people could have well been minors, and MrBeast literally did nothing about it. I also want everyone to process how this proves that MrBeast was complicit in the degeneracy that this server had, and prove that Jimmy knew the inappropriate behavior that Chris Tyson had towards members of the server.
This just goes to show the degeneracy that is out there.
There is absolutely no excuse for either of them, and it's even worse.
This is just
Jimmy,
proof that
because he
nobody
lied
acts
in
their
his
age.
public statement claiming that.
Also, this statement is freaking retarded. Like, bro, MrBeast taken more L's lately than anybody, dude. I feel bad for the dude. Not really. I mean, I do. I mean, whatever, man. You can't. There's one thing that I know, that nobody gets away with anything. Nobody gets away with anything. You can do something and you can think that it's going to remain a secret for the rest of your life. It won't. It's only a matter of time before someone discovers it or uncovers it and then exposes it to the world. Like, it's only a matter of time. Like, you can't do anything and get away with it. Just remember that.
That he just knew and was just made aware of Chris Tyson's actions, because he can literally be seen here actively.
Yeah, he's trying to
engaging
save
in
face. He's trying to save his brand.
I mean, by definition, that is true. He did lie because he knew that this dude was already typing like that. I mean, he might claim that he didn't know who Chris was typing to back then, that it was a minor or minors.
Nah, it doesn't hold up, though.
But it's his channel. It's their Discord channel.
You can't, MrBeast can't make that claim. He can't say that he didn't know, meaning he didn't know about what he could say is like, oh, I didn't know that we were interacting with minors. Sure, you can say, I guess you can say that. I'm not sure that will hold up in a court of law. But what he cannot say is that I was unaware of this Chris dude's disgusting behavior. He was clearly aware, and he even engaged in the behavior. So he engaged in it, and he knew of it. Just because you didn't know that he was engaging in that engaging in that type of behavior with minors doesn't mean that you didn't know that he was engaging in it, because you yourself are engaging with it. So MrBeast's entire tweet is completely false. Dude's just incriminating himself, like classic famous dude trying to just buy his way out of crap. I mean, you said what you said, and you gotta own it. It's like, dude, if you're weird, you're weird. You gotta own the fact that you're weird. He's a weird guy, you know? He's a weird guy. Proof. Freaking tweet.
Doesn't look good.
Many years ago.
Not looking good, pal.
That MrBeast essentially kept all of this silent until he was actively called out himself, and he only ever made a response because this was all hurting his PR and his brand. If he had any sense of a moral fucking compass, he would have called out Chris
Why
Tyson
would he?
for this years ago.
It's
but he
money.
didn't. He kept this under
You're
wraps
pandering
for
to
as
the
long as
community.
possible.
Chris Tyson
can
belongs to
also
that
be seen-
community. You gotta pander to that community. You only have to pander to that community until they come out and do something that's disgusting, which gives them like a get out of jail free card, right? Like, oh, Chris Tyson engaged in this type of behavior. Now I can speak out against it, because now people will just kind of look away from the bad crap that I've been doing and focus on this. Like, as long as I disavow this type of behavior, people aren't going to look into it. Oh, you are wrong.
Speaking about lollies, and the NSFW channel can even be seen having what seems to be lolly content posted to it, with a user who had access to this server being called Cookies, who was a 16-year-old minor at the time and saw this content. Chris Tyson can also be seen fawning over a 14-year-old who we can presume to be Bad Baby, as well as MrBeast linking Bad Baby.
Obviously, this is alleged, and I don't know if any of this is fact. All I know is what's coming out is not good.
I wonder why you did this. Chris Tyson.
And no comment from MrBeast. Also, MrBeast like ushering, cease and desists doesn't make you look very good when you're trying to get people to shut up about what's going on. Now, defamation does hold up in court, but it's because people are making claims about MrBeast, and if those claims prove to be false, then that is like. People will be like, oh, well, I didn't know that it was false, so I'm not the one who created the rumor. I just spread the rumor. I'm pretty sure that defamation still has teeth, even when you interacted with the spreading of the rumor, because you spreading the rumor even further means that you yourself are culpable of defamation because you took part in it. So you'd be surprised what courts will be able to pin on you. I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
Man's website, which was known to be full of content,
as long if you hurt the brand, even if other stuff that you said was true, but and then the things that you said that weren't true, if those hurt the brand, that's So they can go after you for what you said that wasn't true that hurt the brand. But if what you said was true and hurt the brand, that's not defamation. You're protected under that whistleblower act, right? But with what you say isn't true, right, that they can get you for that. So, yeah.
Beast having the poster that Chris Tyson bought right behind him in certain videos he took.
Hey, he's looking at it.
And also, Chris, my roommate, moved out, so that doesn't really help either. So,
And this also proves how Chris Tyson was yet again a massive fan of Shadman, who's quite literally a person who drew CSAM content and is most likely a file.
Bro, why are people so weird, bro? You'd think that this stuff only exists in movies, but there's some weird people out there, dude. Weird people.
NSFW channel for him in this server. He even had this miner as well added on Snapchat.
What does NSFW mean? I think it's not suitable for work, is what that means. So it's just like, basically, it's inappropriate content, is what that means.
Attempts to claim that this wasn't MrBeast who was present in this server, but let me just state this.
Here's
MrBeast left the
Casper.
server 3 years
It was
after
Casper.
created, and years after all the degeneracy took place in it. He renamed the account which was present in this server, and most likely purged a lot of his old messages and DMs in it, as well as left it, because optically, he looked back at his involvement in all of this, and realized how ultimately detrimental this could all be for his career. However, this
Dude
does
has
not justify the fact that
307
he lied
million
to
subscribers.
millions about him
That is
not knowing
crazy.
about Chris Tyson's degeneracy, when it was crystal clear he did all along. Now, there is screenshot proof of MrBeast being high-ranked in this server, but something I want to draw your attention to is how on the bot logs of this Discord server, IDs were present showing MrBeast having these set of numbers being attributed to his Discord ID. As you can see, the Discord ID of MrBeast's account in this server now currently matches with the account Jack and the Goats. But as you can see, it literally states here that it was formerly known as MrBeast. This account still also as well links to MrBeast's channel and the MrBeast gaming channel. And there is undeniable video proof as well, which I'm going to show, proving that MrBeast owned the account called Jack and the Goat. He only renamed it to try and hide his culpability in all of this. So once again, when I show you this,
I don't know about this, right? I mean, this is all speculation, allegedly. In my video, allegedly. This is all speculation. I'm just reacting to a reaction of something. However, it's just like, dude, the internet will destroy you. The internet is a ruthless place.
video, you
It's
literally cannot
crazy.
deny that this was MrBeast all along. Even an old admin of this Discord server vouched that it was MrBeast.
Wow.
You'd be surprised what you can't delete from the internet and from Discord, I guess it looks like.
So not only did MrBeast lie to millions of his fans about his disgusting pedophile friend, but he also tried to hide his own involvement in the situation, despite the fact that a few logs show that as an adult he's still engaged in disgusting f***ing discourse about his pedophile friend's size, with potential minors being present in this degenerate Discord server, as by his close friend's own admission as well. So anyone attempting to defend MrBeast in this situation is only lying to themselves, and I'm not afraid to call this behavior out with the platform I have either. I only ask everyone to like and subscribe and help this video to be viewed to as many people as possible. And obviously this video is not
Who made this video, man?
bullying, hate, or harassment or anything
This guy did
like
a great
that.
job. I won't lie
This
to
is just
you.
an
Yeah, well, I mean, he probably did do a good job. But either way, like, this is like, that's just... It's a sick world. And everything coming out. Like I said, 2024 is the year. I mean, heck, man, this is... I would say, like, honestly, like, every freaking day, every day that we live, something new comes out. And it's just, like, even creepier, dude. Like, dude, what is... I don't even know what's going on anymore. Being genuine, I don't even know anymore.